All right. So this week we have a really special topic. I wanted to talk about um, why are we here, and talk a little bit about um, the difference between maybe why we're here and why what we're doing with our days. So um, that is a big question that a lot of people have, and I've had over and over in my life. Like, why am I here? Is there some special, um, specific, unique thing I'm supposed to do, or am I going to stumble along and uh, maybe come across my life on the map, or do I need to go out and pick from the choices that are already out there? You know, what everybody else is doing, and I've tried some of that in my life, and I end up in the same place. Kind of, why am I here? And how do I get there? How do I get to that place where I am elevating, where I am becoming more and more aware of my divine self, and that is taking over the process of my life. So what I've decided that it's not so much what we're doing, but how we're being in the world. Because we could do anything. We can do anything. But we're going to change the world by how we're being. And it doesn't matter what we're doing. I mean, it matters to us because we want fulfillment in where we spend the majority of our day and a big portion of our life. We want fulfillment in the job that we've decided on, or the expression of ourself. But seeking after the highest and best for myself and the fullest life expression is not, I don't believe that it would be found in necessarily in the work of our hands, but in discovering the highest and best being that we actually are inside. Because we find ourselves, getting up every day and running around. Pay attention to your day as you roll out of bed, and are you feeling pressure right away to get going, to get to work, to get to school, to get the kids somewhere, to get yourself somewhere, and then you get in the car and you are driving not in a relaxed fashion to get there, and then you're wherever you are, and you're feeling pressure about the next place you have to be, the time you have to be there, and then we go to the next activity and the next activity, and we're spending a lot of time in movement, chasing after time, catching up to time, chasing after time that we're running out of, and all of that. But none of that has to do with who we are. Time is a concept that we created and that we bought into. The calendar and the clock and all of that is there, and it keeps us organized, right? But time, chasing after time, creates a tension within us, and we're paying more attention to where we're going and what we're chasing than we are to what's happening inside, to allowing ourselves to come into the knowing place within us, our authentic being, the place where we know and are known, the place where all possibility is, and the place where we are really flowing in the divine essence of who we are. And we're discovering in that place the many expressions that we can have, and the energy in our life force, in our being, is changing the world, because we are being. So, we are, uh, we're all unique, right? We're all unique and special. Um, and we're unique and special in our makeup. We have fingerprints, and yours are yours. Nobody else has them. If you touch something, you leave a print, they can tell that you touched it. If they have you on file somewhere. But that's unique to you. And many creatures are like that. The killer whale they all have a unique dorsal fin imprint also. But fingerprints, they're unique. But our energy imprint is unique to us as well. So we change the world by how we're being in it. And our energy that flows around us is unique to us, and it changes the properties of the elements around us. They did a study where they had people come in and take a dropper and take a drop of water, everybody out of the same bucket, and drop it on like a glass. And everybody dropped their drop, and when they analyzed the drops, they all appeared different. So how does that happen? So what they discovered is when the water passed through, so say I take a dropper and I take water, and the water passes through my energy field, it picks up the properties of Audrey, through the energy of Audrey, and it changes its form. And now it identifies with me. So imagine how powerful we are to change the world. To change the world, to change our own lives. But we're preventing the knowledge of that from coming up to the surface, and we're preventing the flow through because we're busy. We're super, super busy. We're running out of time. We're got things to do. We think we're going to miss out on something. And we're not missing out on anything. But living in that type of energy is distracting, and it kind of jumbles up the energy inside of us. So we're eternal beings. We're eternal beings. We have nothing but time, right? Why are we rushing everywhere if we're eternal? We're not running out. We're distracted by the earth, living in this form and function. In my authentic being, my eternal being, I'm formless, timeless, ageless. I'm nowhere. I'm an ethereal being. We're liquid light, right? But here we inhabit this form that we're in. And this form that we're in has a reasoning, thinking mind. It's the small mind. Our heart is the eternal mind, the authentic mind, the God mind. Our thinking mind, again, is the catalog, the analyst, comparing everything to the known. That's happening. So the thinking mind isn't comfortable with surrendering into the knowing place and surrendering into the discovery, surrendering into the concept of not knowing. The thinking mind wants to give me the protocol, give me the diet, give me the goal and the mile markers along the way. Give me all of those, and I will create a plan to get myself through those steps while I'm doing something else, probably, but half the time, but I'll be getting it checked off my list. And if I say, well, let's get into the place where there is no space and time, where eternal love is flowing. That's not a concept the thinking mind can grasp, because it isn't a thinking mind process. It's a heart mind process. Right? So beginning the whole journey in this class is becoming aware of the heart, the mind of the heart, the eternal heart. The heart is the portal into eternity. And then getting through out of this form that we're in into the unformed, where all potential is, all possibility. This form forms around what's happening in our spiritual being. So I was thinking a lot this week about the most important thing is finding ourselves in our divine self in the knowing place. In the knowing place is where we are known and we know. We're lined up in our eternal being, and there aren't the fears and distractions, and we're not moved by these emotional boxes that we've created around ourselves, but we're in the flow. Everyone's felt that at some point or other in their life. We can live in the flow, in the peace, in the unknown, because as we know, and as we begin to become aware and we begin to listen, then we begin to evolve. We evolve through becoming, through being, not through doing, not through a job. A job is great, but you could do a job your whole life and not evolve one iota in your spiritual being, right? When we think of it, water passes through your energy field and is changed, your energy field. As we allow that which resides in us already to begin to dominate us, to begin to flow. Imagine a person passing through your energy field and receiving a touch of love that they need. Imagine that. Imagine. Think about it, right? Because what we're unearthing within ourselves is eternal truth. Eternal truth. We're allowing to birth to the surface, and we begin to live in eternal truth, and we begin to live in our divinity, which is eternal truth, and we begin to live in the flow of that. And it really doesn't matter. I mean, everything we need for the service, for the expression, for the fulfillment of what we're doing is already here. But we want to chase those things first and then catch up with the inner authentic being. But really, truly, being in the authentic being, those things will pop into reality as required. Because how can we know what we need? How can we know what it is going to look like? Because it is unknown to us. We're not building our past, which is known to us. We're not building a future out of what somebody else is doing. We're in the now, the eternal now. This is all there is. Eternity is now. This is the eternal now. So, in focusing on our eternal being, I have like a really fun little example that I want to use. So as we're trundling along through life and if it's the experiences and the moments in between, the milestones, is really life, what if we found out that that was really life? That was really the point of living and not the sticks in the sand that we've placed there. What would that be like? It's kind of like, so it's like this bag of M&Ms. Life is a bag of M&Ms. The M&Ms are, everybody has had them and loved them at some point, right? So some people take the bag, right? They rip it open and they're texting and talking and they're powering it down. Chew, chew, swallow, right? They toss it down and move on to the next thing. But what if this was the only bag you were ever going to get? What if this was the only bag? So what if these M&Ms were the moments? And the most important thing was not emptying the glass of those moments and arriving at this. This is not the goal, the empty bag. What if you took one of these little guys in your mouth? Everyone's got a favorite color, right? You put it in your mouth and you roll it around on your tongue. And you feel how smooth it is, right? And then you can almost feel the little M part. And then as you suck on it a little bit and roll it around and experience it, the candy coating crumbles away. And the gooey, dark, velvety, rich chocolate is now in your mouth, the heart of the candy. It's the heart of the candy. And it's ecstasy. You're like, wow, I never knew candy could be this good. Melting in your mouth, right? So what if this M&M, what if this little guy was the wind in your hair? The wind on your bald head, tickling the top of your bald head. What if it was the experience of that? That was really super important. What if this one, what if this little guy was the sunlight on the water? The warmth of the sun on your face? What if this M&M was that experience? What is that experience saying to you? What is it speaking to you? What if this M&M was the wind that traveled around the earth and brought all the exotic scents and experiences of earth to your nose? The flowers, the trees, the moist earth, the dry desert. What is that scent on the wind evoking from within your being? What if this one, this brown one, was being in the presence, the divine presence of another being? Standing close, face to face, cheek to cheek, in the presence of divinity in another. Not in the body, not in the mind, not with agenda. What is that saying to you? What is that causing to rise up within your spiritual being? So all of these are the voice, the hand, the touch of the divine. Every moment of our life is an M&M. And we can savor it. We can roll it around in our being. We can enjoy each part of it. We can listen to what it is saying to us. The color, the crunchy part, the soft part, the aftertaste. All of it is important. All of it. And the most important part about life is becoming intimate with the divine through the moments in this glass. not getting to the empty bag, fulfilling the goal of emptying the bag, but experiencing the conversation that is happening all around us. Our inner self responds to the touch and the voice of divine love. And it swells up, it soaks it up, because that's who we are. We are the divine love. We are the experience of the divine on earth. The divine love lands, is already me. It's already me. So being divine is being these. We want to have the relationship without the conversation. It is impossible. Have you ever had a relationship without a conversation? It's like a nightmare. It's not possible. Sign language. But this is the experiences, even in a city, is speaking. Everything is divinity speaking. So the journey of life is not in figuring it all out. It's in being in the moments in between, the times that we land on something that we do, something that we build, or something that manifests for us. Our lives are already touching people we know and people we'll never know. Think of that. The essence of my life as I move through the days of my life, my vibration, my tone, my life energy is leaving a fingerprint. It's changing water. It's going to change somebody else. Wanting to change the world, wanting to birth forth more love in the world, more awareness of love, more awareness of unity, starts within ourselves, of becoming that love, becoming aware of that love, living in the unity of it. No matter what is happening, because we are always cared for. We are always taken care of. It's in being. Living is in being, not in doing. If you'd like to unmute and comment, that would be awesome. Or not.
That was very powerful.
Sure, Donna, because you had 3 drinks, you stole my thoughts.
Not 3, just 2.
Damn.
1.5. But it was very powerful. Very
powerful. I think to Donna's point too, it's like we're always talking about, like, we're kind of measure ourselves on what we get done, and not what we are and where we be.
Yeah. I want M&Ms.
Definitely not eating M&Ms again the same way, though.
No.
No, not at all.
I was thinking, I'm like, I might eat 2 M&Ms at a time. Oh God, I'm rushing the M&Ms.
You are. You're gorging.
Not gorging the 2 M&Ms.
Think about it. Life is intoxicating when we get past the candy coating. It's sensual. It elevates all our senses into a divine place. It's not about what we can feel and express and get and need for ourselves. It's about being in ecstasy in the presence of divineness within ourselves, in the melty chocolate, soft center, right? And if we're noticing something at all in the world, all around us, it's speaking to us, or we wouldn't be noticing it. I mean, this is a journey. This life that we are living is an individual journey. We are collectively moving through space and time on this earth individually. This life experience for me is all about me getting my growing, me birthing forth the full expression of my divine being, letting that dominate, surrendering into the divinity that is already within me. That's my whole life journey, whatever it ends up looking like. And you all are on your own individual life journey to arrive at your fullest self-expression. So when something is speaking to us, standing out, I say, why am I noticing that? What in me is responding to that? What is rising up in me? What is there here for me to see and learn about myself? Because our journey is all about learning for ourselves. You could copy what I do and it won't be the same experience for you because it's not your life. Your life is your life. And what's speaking to you is speaking to you because of your unique, beautiful, divine presence that is emerging on the earth as you. The divine is emerging as you, as we surrender ourselves out of the way of needing it to be what we think it should be, or whatever. So how about some meditation? Yes, yes. All right. So I'm gonna mute you again because it really messes with the sound. All right. So get comfortable. Tap into your breath. Inhaling, a little deeper than your normal breath in. Exhaling a little deeper, a little bit more air than you would normally do. Breathing in and breathing out. Turn your attention into your heart, letting all the other things fall away, softening with every breath, away from your thinking mind. Enter the chamber of your heart. Your sanctuary, your divine space, the garden of your heart. Connect with all the love that is there for you in this space. Feeling love in your heart, love all around you. Breathing so much love here in this beautiful place. See a nice big pillow for you to sit down on here. Floating in a sea of love, sitting on a nice soft pillow. You are aware of so much love all around you. The presence of love everywhere, within you and all around you. Now slip out of yourself, leave yourself there. Come around in front of yourself and see yourself sitting there. What do you see? This beautiful light and life in front of you? What do you see? Feel love in your heart for this being in front of you. Reconnect with yourself, floating in a sea of love. Feel the love, the life energy within you. Feel it. Send it to someone with the intention for their highest and best. Sending life energy, sending love for the highest and best for somebody. Now take that love, that life energy, and send it to yourself with the intention of opening, becoming, with the intention of surrender into the moments, with the intention of hearing the divine voice that is within you. It is all within you. We are born from within. We are created from within. The divine is us. We are the divine. We are the I am. We are the love. We are changing the world with our presence. By being who we are. Connect with the feeling of gratitude. Feel gratitude in your heart for the opportunity of being here. Gratitude for the opportunity of being your divine self in full expression in every moment. Gratitude that all that you need, all that you desire is here for you. There's no greater love than the love that is in us and all around us. Reconnect with yourself. Come back into your body, back into this space and time.